Hi everybody, my name is Kevin Lim, chef and owner of Mean Noodles here in Hong Kong. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy dip that my friends and family rave about. It's actually my version of a pesto that's folded in with some mascarpone cheese. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off with making a simple fried pesto recipe. I'm only using basil here and cilantro. This is my take on it, so it's a little bit fusion. In my case, I'm adding cilantro just to give it an extra punch. If you don't like cilantro, you can actually omit it. But in my case, I started liking cilantro, so I'm going to add that in. So here, I have 2 cups of basil, and then here I actually just got this in this morning, so I actually just plopped it into water. You can see the roots are still here, so just put that in. You can use it for a while. If you keep it well, change the water, you can actually use it for longer. I'm going to start off also with about 3 cloves of garlic. That will go in first. If you have a food processor the size of mine, you might not be able to, so just mince it up before you put it in. And then I'm just going to add half a cup of olive oil here, and then put in my 2 cups of basil. I'm going to take about 1 cup of cilantro. If you want, you can clean it off the stems, but I think the stems give it a little bit of a different flavor, so I actually just throw it in, but it also makes it for more convenient cooking. So we're just gonna turn the food processor on and then just kind of blend it until it comes to a paste. And then just season a little bit with salt and pepper. Season as you go, just so the flavors really fold in. So it depends on how fine you want to go. I like it a little bit more rustic, so I'm just going to keep it at this. But you can go a little bit more finer. If you have a smaller food processor, you can actually process it a little bit more. But in my case, it's a little bit big for a single portion. And here, I'm actually using mascarpone. So when you get your mascarpone, you might see that there's some liquid sitting on the top. That's actually just the separation of the whey from the curd. It's perfectly okay to use, especially in our case since we're mixing it or folding it in. You just kind of just stir it a bit, mix it together, or you just plop the whole thing into the bowl. Just break it apart a little bit so it combines better with the pesto. So depending on how strong you want the flavor of your dip to be flavored with the pesto, you can adjust the amount. In my case, I'm going to start with about 2 heaping tablespoons. And then you just kind of want to just mix it up, fold it in. As I said, I like it a little bit more rustic, so you don't have to go mix it super well. So you still get chunks of cheese and then chunks of pesto, but just mix until it's well combined. You could actually add a little bit more of oil to your pesto if you prefer, but in my case, I think it's a good consistency I could still use for a pasta as well afterwards. Just a note to you guys, I actually don't put pine nuts in my pesto just because I'm allergic to pine nuts. For some people, it's pretty common. It's called pine mouth, and my whole mouth gets bitter for about a week. That's why I don't put pine nuts into my recipes. I've found out the hard way, and I actually had a bitter tasting mouth for about a whole week one time and got a little bit scared, looked it up, and it's called pine mouth. So now I'm just gonna taste it just to make sure it's seasoned properly. So once you think the seasoning is to your liking, you can actually, use it straight out of the bowl if you're eating at home. But if you're doing an event or just having some friends over, you could put it into a nice bowl and then just garnish it with a piece of cilantro on top. If you like, you can add a little bit of drizzle of your leftover olive oil. And of course here you can see I use chips, but if you like, you could roll up some pita, have some pita chips, tortillas, anything goes well with this. You could even use it as a spread for bread and use it as a dip for crudité. So here we have it. It's my basil mascarpone dip with a little bit of extra cilantro just to give it some extra flavoring. And that's how you make this simple pesto mascarpone dip. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to follow me and get notifications on new videos. Feel free, if you have any comments, leave it down below or recommendations for future videos. I'll see you soon. Bye!